Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because we are going to be talking about the best and worst products of 2023. I hope you all had a happy holiday and a happy new year. Mine was like, mediocre at best. I'm happy to be through it and I'm happy to be back filming. Over the year I tried a lot of makeup and I'm wanting to try more still in 2024. I'm hoping that I can afford to do that. I kind of had to stay on a budget in 2023 just because the rent prices are so high where I'm living and the cost of living is just astronomical, but I still was able to, try some things out and I wanted to share with you the best and the worst. I feel like I tried a lot of good things, but I also tried a lot of bad things. I feel like I did try a lot of things that didn't work for me this year. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Sorry if there's an echo in here and I'm sorry about my camera angle. My tripod is kind of screwed up, so I have to get a new one, but I really wanted to film this today and I was already ready. Like I had it set in my mind that I was going to film this, so I'm going to film it anyway. And no one probably even noticed and I just apologized for no reason. It's very Canadian of me. So without further ado, let's just get into the products. So I have this Sephora box full of products. I'm covering my address. And I think we'll start out with the good stuff. I tried a lot of skincare this year, which is interesting. I guess it was the year of skincare. I feel like I didn't do my makeup a ton because I struggled mentally a lot. And even just doing skincare was a lot for me. So I feel like I kind of more went that route in terms of trying new products as opposed to like the makeup route. This will come as a surprise to absolutely nobody. This is the Rare Beauty Enlighten highlighter. I tried this like right at the end of 2022 and I think I actually included it in my favorites last year. I can't remember. I think I might have though, because I just loved this so fast. Like automatically this was my favorite and it still is. I don't think I used any other highlighter all year. It's so beautiful. It's my favorite. I'm gonna get every single shade for my makeup artist kit this year. I just love it so much. My voice kind of cracked there. It kind of sounded like I was gonna cry. I'm not. Although if a highlighter could make me cry, it would be this one. It is just stunning. It's got a sheer base and it's powder. I don't get along super well with cream or liquid highlighters, but I feel like this gives the effect of a cream liquid highlighter without being finicky. Because the reason I don't really like cream highlighters is like the texture aspect. I feel like sometimes when mixed with powders, it can cling weird, but I don't really have that issue with powder. So I feel like that looks like a dewy finish without actually being a dewy finish, and I love that about it. It has a sheer base with gorgeous reflect. I feel like you don't see like a stripe on the face when you're facing head on. I'm just gonna end it on, I love this so much. I feel like I've talked about it so many times, so I don't want to go like too crazy on this product, but hands down, probably my favorite product of the entire year. Next up, we'll go for the lip that I'm currently wearing. I feel like I'm kind of cheating because I got this towards the end of the year, but this is an instant fave. I know I'm gonna get the full size. I know I'm in love with it. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. This is just the original one, like not the lip plump. I don't like the lip plump. Not the lip creme, I like those, but I like this way more. This is just the original Juicy Lip. I have the shade Rose and I'm just so in love with it. It's a really beautiful lip color, super shiny. I really like gloss sticks and this is like the first one that I've tried honestly, but I love the concept, so I'm gonna have to try all of them. This is obviously my favorite right now because it's the only one I've ever tried. But it's just really shiny, feels really nice on the lips. It's very sheer, it's very flattering. It doesn't emphasize any texture that's on your lips because I have a lot of lip texture. I'm a lip picker. I will pick at the skin. Drives my husband crazy. So yeah, I kind of got it towards the end of the year, but I carry it in my purse. I take it everywhere with me. I love it. I love it for no makeup days. I love it for full glam days such as today. This is about as full glam as I'll go nowadays, and I'm wearing it today with this look and I feel like it still looks really nice and it's just beyond comfortable. Like I love that product so much. So I'm really excited to explore the world of gloss sticks. I really want to try that new one from NYX. It like goes with their fat lip oil. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a clicky pen and I really want to try that. That looks fun. So yeah, that was my first attempt at trying out a gloss stick and it was definitely one of the standout products for me this year. Another one that I feel like is kind of cheating because like it's pretty new still. I got it in December, but like I love it. I know I love it. This is the Urban Decay Moondust shadow. This is the shade Wild Dipper. I use this all the time throughout the holidays when I wore makeup. It is just so pretty. It's like a champagne-y bronze and it has like a silver reflect. These Moondust shadows are just so pretty. I saw in a video that Tarte doesn't like them and I found that quite shocking. I really love them. I feel like they give the most beautiful scattered sparkle effect that I'm really into right now. It has like a bronzy champagne-y base. It looks a little more bronzy on me just because I'm so fair, but I think on anyone darker it'll be more champagne. You can see how high shine it is, and it's just got the prettiest silver sparkle embedded throughout. I find that these Moondust shadows adhere to the lid really nicely, even if it's set like without a base. It's a really nice way to use glitter without having to use a glitter glue, because I find that I kind of shy away from glitter for that reason, just because it doesn't stick and there's a ton of fallout. And there is a little bit of fallout with those shadows, but nothing insane, like nothing I would find noticeable unless you're like really close up. So I love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. It's not like the most intense glitter, but that's what I like about it. It's really subtle, but still gives a really pretty glimmer and like high shine to the eye. I just love that product a lot. I tried a foundation this year that I really love. Actually, not even a foundation, a skin tint that I really love. This is the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint. This is the Always On Radiant Skin Tint. I was shying away from this for a long time because I don't usually like radiance. I find it doesn't really look good on my skin. My skin's more oily. And then I got pregnant and my skin was no longer very oily. I wouldn't say I was like super dry per se. Actually, the last few weeks I have been like flaky dry, which is insane. I've never had that issue. So I've been using the Paula's Choice Exfoliate 2% BHA just on my dry patches. And that's worked like a charm. Like I don't have that issue now. I think it was more of an exfoliation issue because I've kept it really simple due to my pregnancy. Not because you can't use skincare, but because I've been too lazy to research what's safe. So I've just been cleansing and moisturizing. So I saw on Sephora that this had really good reviews, and I love the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. Like this is on my vanity, like it's my go-to. And I went ahead and tried this and it's really beautiful. It has pretty good coverage for a skin tint. I do find that it's more radiant. My oils do break through it faster than they would something like a more matte foundation, but I feel like that's to be expected because of the description of the product. I really like this. It's great, and I feel like more people should talk about it. Beauty Blender complexion products in general, I feel like they do a really good job and no one really talks about them. An eyeliner that I tried this year that I'm obsessed with, I feel like Urban Decay really killed the game this year in terms of product launches. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Inks. This is the shade 0. It's ergonomic design. It's a brush tip. The only thing is, since this is so long, sometimes I kind of like bump it on my mirror because I really need to get like close to do my wings, but it's not enough to like turn me off of the product. I really do like the product. It's really comfy in your hand. Like I said, it's ergonomic, and I feel like you can really notice that when you're using it. Like it's not just like a gimmicky thing. And they kind of put their Urban Decay twist on things by making this range so incredibly colorful. They have like every shade you could ever want. So that's super fun. And like the actual formula is really good as well. I tried the white one. I wasn't a huge fan of the white one, but I haven't found a white liquid liner that I actually enjoy. So I'm not holding that against them because I don't think that it exists. But the black one is fantastic. And I think I tried one other shade, I just can't remember, but I've gotten the most use out of the black, obviously. And yeah, this is definitely up there with my KVD tattoo liner, which I've been loving for years. And this has only been launched for like 6 to 7 months or something like that. So yeah, I would say this is a big win for Urban Decay. I feel like they've been doing a great job with their product launches lately. Lots of popular and viral products from them. Another product, I think this is my last makeup product. Oh, yeah, I think this is my last makeup product for favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder. I've talked about this before in a lot of videos, but I'm just so in love with this powder. It is really like an airbrush powder. If you're allergic to almonds, I've said this before, it has almond oil in it, so like steer clear. It is so nice. I usually use this and then I'll use a more translucent powder on top and like it really locks everything in. But if you use this first, you kind of get that smoothing effect, which I am a girl who needs a smoothing effect on her under eyes, okay? My under eyes are very textured and very crepey. It's not cute, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I really hydrate under there, so I don't know. Anyway, this is just amazing. I got the minis in 2023 to test them out before I put them in my kit, and the first time I tried these, I was like, oh yeah, I need these. I need these in my kit. So that's what I did. And I've been using them on a ton of people and obviously on myself. I find that these really diminish the look of pores as well if you're looking for something that's more pore filling as opposed to something for your under eyes. I found this is really flattering on oily skin and for those with larger pores. It kind of helps that I'm a makeup artist, so I've used this on other people and that's something I found it's really helpful with. Again, if you're looking for something super oil controlling, like for oily skin that's textured, I would go in with this and then like a translucent powder over top. But yeah, this is just fantastic. I'm so in love with it and I will purchase the full size. Probably, I think these come in refills, so I'll probably do that instead of like getting the compacts just to save some money, and because I don't really need the compacts. But yeah, that was my top powder of 2023. I'm obsessed. And I think that's all for makeup. Now to move on to some skincare. Starting out with an SPF. This is by Paula's Choice. This was sent to me in 2023. This is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF 50 with antioxidants and soothing plant extracts. I love that she described it as a youth extending hydrating fluid. Like, that just sounds so much nicer than sunscreen. It's for normal, oily, and combination skin. I'm sure you could use it if you're dry as well, but you might want something like a little more emollient. I don't know. This is like a pretty thin fluid. It does add moisture, but like not a ton, and that's why I really like it, because it doesn't feel greasy and it absorbs so quickly right into the skin. Like, it's so thin and it's so light. I don't really feel like I'm wearing sunscreen when I have it on, and I'm one of those people that I hate the feeling of sunscreen, and I just kind of wear it because I know that I have to. It does kind of smell like sunscreen though. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah, I did try quite a few sunscreens in 2023 because for the majority of the year I worked outside. So even in the winter I was wearing SPF. You're supposed to wear it inside too. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really do that. But every day that I was working outside I was wearing SPF. And so I went through a lot of SPFs, and that is by far my favorite. I found a new moisturizer this year. Evening moisturizer that's like really thick and emollient and hydrating. This is by The Ordinary, and normally I use the natural moisturizing factors with hyaluronic acid. And then I was browsing Sephora because I was gonna buy that because I was broke and that's affordable. And I found the natural moisturizing factors with phytoceramides. And this is described as a rich surface hydration formula. And I was like, my skin's not that oily anymore. So this was by the time I had been knocked up. Yeah, I just fell in love with this. Let's see if I can get any out. This one's like pretty much empty. So as you can see, it's super thick, and the reason I like this for evening is because it doesn't really absorb into the skin super well. It stays pretty, like, I don't know what the word is, but it stays like on top of the skin. It kind of adds like a nice layer, and it gives you like a really pretty glass skin effect. I have worn this in the daytime if I'm going after that like glazed kind of look, which isn't that often, I'll be honest, but like sometimes a girl really likes to look hydrated, and if I want that look I go for this moisturizer. And I just find that it works so well. It's fragrance free. It's really helped with any dryness I've had. It's really affordable, and it's like a really great moisturizer, and it lasted me like 6 months. So I think this was $26.50 Canadian. So like, that's so affordable. It would be even cheaper in American dollars. It is so good. I just really love this, and it's really rich. So if you're not looking for that, then like pass on this. But if you're looking for like a rich hydrator, almost like an Aquaphor type product, like this is for normal to dry skin for sure, then I would recommend this one. It's really good. I'm gonna mention this very briefly because I've been loving this for so long. I've also been loving the Paula's Choice Moisture Boost Hydrating Treatment Cream. This is my favorite. I really love Paula's Choice. I am on their PR list, but I've loved them long before that. And I've loved this product for like 3 to 4 years now, but this is still a favorite. It's just I've talked about it so much, and I didn't discover it in 2023. So next up for a rediscovery. When I got pregnant, I could not stand smells, any smells. The smell of my own house like made me gag. It was the stupidest thing. So any of my moisturizers that were scented were just like out the window, and finding a cruelty-free, affordable option for body moisturizer was like impossible. So I went to Sephora and I found this, and I've tried it before, but I haven't used it in a while. And I never used the unscented version. But this is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. This is the unscented one. No smell. It's been fantastic. I put this all over my belly and any dry spots that I have, like my elbows and stuff, because it's really rich and really hydrating. This has been great. I love it so much. And I know that the scented versions are also really nice, so maybe when I'm not pregnant, I can also enjoy those. The only thing is it's pretty expensive, but I was willing to pay to not have to smell things. So this has been a lifesaver during my pregnancy. I've really, really enjoyed it, and my skin has as well. And I'm not saying it was this, because I know it's genetic. I do have stretch marks. Well, one, but my skin is so prone to stretch marks that I thought like I would have stretch marks by like month 3. I gained like 10 pounds during the pandemic and had stretch marks from that. So I was like, I'm gonna be just stretch marks. But I only have one now, and I'm over 7 months. And I'm not saying it was this. It could be genetics too. I definitely feel like this may have helped. Maybe. I don't know. Just saying. One brand that I really did enjoy this year that I would like to explore further is Fenty Skin. I did try and absolutely fall in love with this lip mask. This is, Plush Puddin' Intensive Recovery Lip Mask. This is so good. I've had so many clients with dry lips. The reason I bought this initially though was because it has like a twist up thing. I don't want to twist it because I don't want to waste product, but it twists up and then the product comes out the top, and then I can just take a little lipstick applicator, grab the product and put it on a client hygienically. It's really easy to clean the top of this, and it's really quick. Like I don't have to put the product on a palette, grab a spatula, do that. Like I can just do it really quickly and it works so nicely. I've had so many clients with incredibly dry lips and like, same girl, I feel you. And this does wonders for them, and it's also done wonders for me. I've dabbled in it as well. I've taken a little lipstick applicator and like, you know, it's been really good. So I will definitely be picking up more. I know they have a cherry scent. I would probably stick to this one just because I know a lot of people don't love cherry, and I just like to appeal to like, you know, the widest range of people. So I'll probably pick this one up again, and I just loved it. I mean, I'm still loving it. This isn't gone yet, but it's just been such a good product for me to have in my kit as well as my personal life. Would highly, highly recommend. And lastly, I think this is my last product for my faves. This is the Fenty Skin Hydra Reset Intensive Recovery Hand Mask. This kind of smells like a hair product. It smells like a hair salon to me. I would definitely recommend using this at night. Like this is not an everyday hand cream because it like doesn't really absorb, wouldn't be able to do a lot, kind of stays not greasy, well maybe a little greasy for a while, but I feel like it wasn't really advertised as like an everyday hand cream that you throw in your purse. It was advertised as a nighttime mask, and especially in, you know, the fall and winter, my hands have been pretty dry just because I've been washing them so much because it's flu season and I don't want to get sick pregnant. I'm uncomfortable enough already, so it's really thick. Let's see if I can get some out. It's almost gone. It almost feels like a Vaseline kind of product, but it's real, I don't know. I just really like it. I feel like it's more effective than Vaseline. I don't know if you can even see that. It's like a clear, just gonna put it on my knuckles because that's where I get like really dry. I just found this is really nice. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't really have dry knuckles anymore. So that works for me. And it doesn't irritate my skin because sometimes when my skin gets really dry, it also gets a little bit irritated. And I find that that product does not irritate my skin when you put it on. You know, sometimes it like stings a little. That doesn't do that. And the scent isn't overwhelming to me. I didn't use this during my first trimester because I just could not do the slightest scent. I like it now. And even in my second trimester, it didn't really bug me. Like if you're sensitive to scents, this isn't super obnoxious. So those are all of my top favorites for 2023. Now let's talk about some really shitty products that I hated. Actually, they're not shitty. Some of them are. Some are not. Some just didn't work for me. I feel like there was a lot more that I didn't love, but these are like the worst of the worst. So I just wanted to include things that I really disliked because I didn't want to be super negative, you know what I mean? But like I did want to spill a little bit of tea. So I only included like 5 in here. First up, this is by Glossier. This is the Milky Jelly Cleanser Conditioning Face Wash. This is awful. This does nothing. It gives me nothing. It feels greasy on your face. It doesn't feel like it actually cleanses much of anything. I still feel like there's makeup and dirt on my skin. I feel like it leaves a film, which is not nice. Don't like that. And yeah, on top of that, when it got to about here, the pump just stopped working. And it was like, nope, we're done. And I was like, okay, fine with me. I didn't really like it, but like it's still a waste of product, you know? So I would not repurchase this again. It does look like on Sephora. The reviews indicate that there was a formula change because when I bought this, it had great reviews. And then I tried it and I was like, what's everyone talking about? And then the like crappier reviews started coming being like, they changed it. So I think this has been changed and I don't like the new version. So I wouldn't recommend you pick this up. Next up is a makeup product by ColourPop. This is the matte bronzer in the shade Avila Beach. I don't know if it's Avila or Avila. I don't know. This is just super patchy. I can't get this to apply smoothly on my face. I hate the way my bronzer looks every time I use it. I really liked the undertone in the pan, but I find when you swatch it, it doesn't really look the way it does in the pan. It looks way more orange. It almost looks like a burnt orange eyeshadow. I don't know, maybe it does look the way it does in the pan. I feel like it just pulls way more orange, especially in person. So the fact that it's patchy is really annoying, but if it was the perfect undertone and patchy, maybe I'd be like more willing to make it work, but it's an awful undertone. It just makes me look like an Oompa Loompa, so I've just kept it so I could talk shit about it in this video and then I'm gonna get rid of it for good. I tried a foundation that I absolutely hated this year and it's so annoying because everyone else loves it. This is by House Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is not working for me. I don't know why it's working for everyone else. This has 3 silicones. It makes the skin look stunning, but it doesn't mix with other products nicely. And it's not just like 1 or 2 that it doesn't really jive with. Like that is not annoying to me, but this doesn't work with like anything. Any powders, anything you put on top just makes it look super cakey, and it's beyond annoying. Not only that, but this was sliding off my face like pretty quickly. I guess that was pre-pregnancy, so maybe if I try it again I'll like it. I don't know. But when I had even the slightest oil come through, this would break down immediately. Like no staying power at all. And I feel like a lot of people on TikTok say the opposite, say that it's like the most long-wearing foundation. It's perfect, it's beautiful. And I'm like, where? That's why I tried so hard to love it, because I just felt like I was doing something wrong, but this just does not work for me. I'll probably give it another shot if I'm honest, just because I want so bad to make it work for me, but it's not my favorite. Next up, if you saw my Lottie London video, this will probably not be a surprise. I will link that video up in the cards, whatever side that's on. This is the Arch Rival Microfine Brow Pen. This was so dark. It only comes in 2 shades. It's a really fine tip, but all of the product comes out really quickly, so it's hard to like not have insanely dark eyebrows. Not to mention that this product is incredibly difficult to get off. Like I was scraping at my brows trying to like lighten the product, and I just couldn't get it to happen. It was just not good. So I don't know who at Lottie London was like, we only need 2 shades. There's only dark brown and black hair in this world. You know, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. This was probably the biggest fail of the year for me. Like, biggest flop, which is fine because it's relatively affordable. At least I didn't spend like 30 bucks on this. It was more like 7. I'm not really that butthurt about it, but do not waste your money on this. This is terrible. Next up, this is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump, not to be confused with the lip cream or the original Juicy Lip. This is the lip plump. First of all, this does not plump. It's like a little bit tingly maybe at best. I just find that this is really unflattering. This particular color anyway, this is the shade White Peach. It just looks really textured. Like, you know when you have like a really light nude lipstick and it clings to all the dryness on your lips as you apply it? This does that. So for that reason, and the fact that it doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do, which is plump your lips, I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend you buy this. I'm not too butthurt about it because I got it in a set and I like 2 of the 3 that came in the set, but this is not one of them. I would not pick up a full size. No ma'am. And the last product, I really wanted to love this. Again, I see a lot of people on TikTok loving it and I just don't understand. This is the One Size Point Made Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner Pen in the shade Bodacious Black. This dried out like the first time I used it on my second eye. I did this eye and it was okay, mediocre. It was like bone dry by the time I got to this eye. I was like, what the hell? Why do people like this product? I tried it today and I definitely don't. Like, it is really difficult to use. If you have eyelids that are not taut, like I wouldn't say that I have wrinkly eyelids, but I definitely don't have the smoothest lid area. This just pulls at my skin and it makes it really hard to have a nice precise line. It's really hard to get the product to come out. It's felt tip, which I don't love. And the fact that it dried out so quickly was just insane to me. I was like, how can you sell a product for that much money if it's gonna dry out? So I don't know if I just got a dud. I feel like maybe I might have, because everyone loves this product. I feel like I didn't have the best of luck with One Size this year, but this is definitely the worst product that I tried. And that is everything. Those are my favorite and least favorite products of 2023. I would love to know what products you were loving and what ones didn't work out for you, so I know what to avoid. And yeah, I think that is it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.